It's the Cozy Rainbow Podcast time.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Cozy Rainbow Podcast. My name is Tammy, and I'm a Pisces.
My name is Joe, and I'm a Virgo.
On today's episode of the Cozy
On
Rainbow...
today's episode of the Cozy Rainbow Podcast, I'm talking about the Zodiac.
Really unexpected topic for Joe. And Joe, before you even get into the trivia questions, what is the difference between astrology and the Zodiac?
What? Well, the Zodiac's just the... Well, we'll get into it in the episode.
Okay, fine. Fine, that's a
Speaking
question.
of which,
Okay.
trivia question number 1. What is the Zodiac?
What? Is it multiple
Is it
choice?
A belt across the sky that the sun travels to? B, a venomous fish native to the Antarctic? Or C, a virus?
What? I mean, it's got to be A. You forgot to put D, a serial killer. Get it?
Oh.
Because of the Zodiac killer. You think you wouldn't want to answer that?
Well, I couldn't put that because then that would also be technically true, and like you can't have two
So
true
true.
answers.
You're right. Oh, Joe, you're so smart. Okay, it's the first one about the rock belt, right?
Rock?
Oh, never mind. Nothing about the rocks, just the belt.
Hey, all right.
Wasn't it a
well,
belt? Wait,
it's
will you read it again?
What is the Zodiac? A belt across the sky.
Yeah,
that
a belt
the sun
across the
travels
sky.
through. Yeah, okay.
That the sun travels through.
All right, question 2. Where was the first list of zodiac constellations written down?
Oh,
Is
good
it A,
question.
Babylon,
Huh.
B, Greece, or C, Rome?
Babylon.
All right.
Just a gut feeling.
Question 3. What constellation was the sun, quote unquote, passing through when you, Tammy, were born?
Oh, I revealed that. Oh. Okay.
Is it A, Aquarius, B, Pisces, or C, Aries?
Okay, so it's like I want to say Pisces, but I have a feeling your correct answer is Aries. TBD? No.
What makes you say that?
What makes I say that? What makes I say that? I don't know. I just feel like you're tricking me. And you mentioned the 13th zodiac sign.
I think you're overthinking it.
Ah, like you do. Okay, fine. I feel like you're tricking me either way. I don't know what to say. Let's go with Pisces because I already said I was a Pisces. So
Yeah. Right. So while Tammy recovers from this distress I've put her in, we'll take a word from our sponsors.
okay. Tell me about the Zodiac, Joe.
Well, you sound like you haven't fully recovered. Do we need to take another sponsor real quick?
No, I'm ready.
All right. The Zodiac is a belt across the sky that the sun appears to travel through. It's imaginary. It's an imaginary line in the sky that the sun draws as it, goes across. For exact numbers, it is 9 degrees on both sides of the ecliptic.
Okay. Yeah, like I know what that means. I mean, I understand 9 degrees. What's the ecliptic?
The ecliptic is the straight line that the sun falls across the sky, whereas the Zodiac is like the expanded belt for like the full sun.
Okay, so in this circumstance, you're describing almost as if it was a circle. The sun is on like a flat line, like a horizontal line.
Like you said, you're in your paint program and you got your brush radius set to like 1. You drew a line like that. That's the ecliptic, and then you turn it up to like the
like a straight line.
Yeah, a straight line. You turn up the brush radius to the size of the sun, and then you drag it across. That's the Zodiac.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
If you're listening, I hope you can understand that. I did vaguely, barely, but I'm here with you, Joe. So we got the ecliptic, we got the Zodiac, which is the belt. That's bigger.
Yeah. The ecliptic's a string. The Zodiac's a belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So there are a lot of things in the Zodiac, not the least of which being
Aquarius.
the sun and the planets.
Oh.
Or the moon and the planets, sorry.
The moon and the planets. Oh, okay.
So
So we are in the Zodiac right now.
Well, no, the Zodiac
Oh.
is drawn from Earth.
Oh.
It's specific, like it's only a thing that exists when you're looking up at the sky from Earth.
So I'm looking at the zodiac right now.
No, you're looking at the ceiling.
Oh. What? So wait, if the ceiling weren't there, would I be looking at the zodiac? I'm actually looking through the window.
Does the sun shine through your windows directly?
Yeah, it does sometimes.
All right, then I guess you are.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so the moon and all the planets are in the zodiac at night.
Okay, wait. Sorry, not to get hung up on this, but like, so is the zodiac like technically traveling in the same way as like light rays? Like the sun is like shining down rays on us, and you're
No,
saying
okay,
like, can I see?
We're
the
not
sun through
talking
my
about
window?
like space is like a place that you can go where there's like, you know,
It's
all
not
sorts of
real,
things.
right? It's just in your mind.
It's just a painting on the sky. Like the zodiac was, you know, ancient Babylon. Not to spoil the.
Oh, I'm
trivia
thinking
question.
too hard.
Yeah,
I need to think like a ooga booga
it's
caveman.
flat in the sky is just a thing, and all
Okay.
the things.
Yeah,
that are
we
in
didn't even know
line-
the Earth was round back then. So I'm trying to think of things in 3D. You know what? And they didn't even know.
Yeah.
They didn't know that the Earth was a sphere. Okay. All right. Cool.
So the primary reason you've probably heard about the zodiac is about the constellations.
Astrology.
The word zodiac is taken from Greek zodiakos kyklos.
Oh.
Zodiakos kyklos.
Okay. Well, that's a cool word. I think zodiac is also a cool word.
Which means circle of animals.
Ah.
Hey, Tammy, why do you think it's called the circle of animals?
Oh, I know, because there are 12 signs. Each of the 12 signs represents a different animal. And because the animals are, it's not because of 12 times. It's because if you look in the sky, you see the stars. The stars are in the shape of animals, like a fish or a scale. Hey, Libra, that's not an animal.
Well, most of them are animals.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, they're animals. The 12 constellations of the zodiac you might be familiar with are as follows.
Aquarius. Which one are you starting with?
Aries,
Aries.
the spring equinox. Aries,
Uh-huh.
from March 21st to April 19th.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Aries the ram, Taurus the bull, from April 20th to May 20th. Gemini the twins, May
Yeah.
21st to June 21st. Cancer the crab,
Cancer.
June 22nd to July 22nd.
Ooh, Leo.
Leo the lion,
Lion.
from July 23rd to August 23rd. Virgo,
The Virgin.
oh, okay.
Isn't that what it is?
She's usually just vague harvest goddess,
That's true. Vague harvest goddess.
which is not easily summarizable into one word
Yeah.
like everything else.
Yeah,
But
there's
August
Virgo.
23rd to September 22nd, which is me. Libra, the scales,
The scale.
from September 23rd to
Balance.
October 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
Scorpio,
The Scorpion.
Scorpion. Okay, I see. All right. October 24th to November 21st. Sagittarius, the
It's like an
Centaur.
arrow. Centaur? Yeah, that's right, actually.
From November 22nd to December 21st. Capricorn, the goatfish, from
What?
December 22nd to January 19th. Aquarius, the water bearer, from January 20th to February 18th.
Yeah, no matter how much you wish, Aquarius is not an air sign. I mean, it's not a water sign, it's an air sign. Weird. Oh,
I'm not talking about signs here. We're talking about the stars. Anyway,
okay.
Pisces, and Pisces,
The
February
fish.
19th to March 20th.
The oldest sign in the zodiac. They go from youngest to oldest, so Aries is the youngest.
So these dates correspond to the times of the year in which these constellations are visible in the night sky, and therefore which constellation is opposite the Earth from the sun. Because,
Okay.
at night the sun's on the other side.
Mhm.
So, the story of the zodiac begins in ancient Babylon.
Ding, ding, ding. Babylon. Who knows their zodiac? Me.
Circa 1300 to 1000 BC, where the oldest known record of the constellations on the zodiac was recorded.
Beautiful.
This record was a purely astronomical star catalog. There's no divination or myths involved here.
Okay.
Not to say that it didn't happen in Babylon, but like our source here doesn't. It was just listing them.
Okay.
As such, there are actually 17 or 18 constellations recorded as opposed to the familiar 12,
Oh.
though the Babylonians did assign one constellation to each of their 12 lunar months.
Mm.
As the
So,
Bab-
do
Yep.
you know by chance, was it the Babylonians that decided there would be 12 months in the year?
Months are a thing that people noticed because, the moon, it goes through different phases.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
And then
so
one complete cycle of the phases is about a month.
yeah.
So they're not necessarily like the first people to think of a month because like everyone thought of a month because they all saw the moon do that.
Because moon do thing. Okay.
The Babylonian zodiac was spread into...
The Babylonian zodiac was spread
Wait, hang
into...
on, no, I'm skipping ahead.
Okay. We'd hate to skip
Well,
ahead
okay,
of the notes.
but the Greeks didn't assign to the constellations until the Babylonian zodiac reached them,
Oh, okay.
which we'll get into.
Oh, okay. We're going to get into it.
So, as the Babylonians recognized it, because I figured this would be something you'd be interested in,
Okay.
Pisces
Ah.
was divided into the southwestern bit into either one or two constellations, either called the Tail and the Great Swallow, or one big constellation called the Tail of the Great Swallow.
Oh, I like the names. Swallow's a type of fish.
We don't actually know which because translating cuneiform is really hard.
Yeah. Translating what? Cuneiform?
Cuneiform.
That's the Babylonian language.
That's the writing system.
Did they do it on papyrus?
Well, no, they did it in rocks.
Oh, cave etchings.
No.
Just rock etchings.
Yeah.
You're like, no, Tammy. So dumb. How could you think they're inside of caves? Okay.
I mean, well,
I'm
yeah,
just kidding. I'm
we're
just giving you a
talking
hard
ancient
time.
Mesopotamia. Like, we're long out of the cave at this point.
Okay.
So, we got the Tail, the Great Swallow, and or both. And then that's the southwestern bit, while the rest of it was Ishtar, Mesopotamian goddess of love and war, and the queen of heaven.
She sounds cool.
Yeah, you'd like her.
Ishtar, yeah. You'd like her.
The Babylonian zodiac was spread into ancient Greece by Phoenician traders, and by 300 BC, Eudoxus of Cnidus had formally introduced the Babylonian calendar to Greece, where the pre-existing Greek constellations were mixed with the new Babylonian ones, and out popped the zodiac you'd recognize today.
Beautiful.
Right. So, that's the history part.
So, I have a question for you. I
Yeah.
don't know if you're going to know the answer.
Yeah.
Where do you know, like, geography-wise, where is Babylonia?
Babylon
There we go. That's what I was looking for. Babylon.
is in Iran.
Oh. Okay.
A little ways off the Tigris and the Euphrates. You might have heard of those.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, that's the history. Now we
Uh-huh.
get into the
Pop culture?
astronomy-astrology conflict.
Oh, okay.
She's team astrology.
There's a point. No, I understand astrology is something you can't study in college. However, astronomy is something that you can study.
Well, there you go. That's my next point. Astronomy is the scientific study of space and stars and such, while astrology is a method of fortune telling using the stars.
It's
most
more,
notably
it's
the
a
zodiac.
spiritual. It's a spiritual hoo-ha, woo-hoo.
Now, as I've already outlined, the zodiac is divided into 12 constellations for 12 months of the year. And so...
We're going to talk about the characteristics of the 12 signs?
No.
Oh.
We're going to talk about why dividing into 12 equal parts is a little weird.
Okay.
And also why...
I'm alright with that too, I guess.
So, axial precession.
See, I'm alright with it because Pisces go with the flow.
Axial precession is a wobble in the Earth's rotation,
Oh, God.
which causes the gradual forward shift of the zodiac.
A wobble?
Back in ancient Greece, Aries was in fact the constellation of the spring equinox, which is, a day...
So we see Aries, we see spring.
The equinox is the period in which the day and the night are equal in length. And, well, during the spring one, there's an autumn one too.
Oh, that's why it's called the equinox.
During the spring equinox, the constellation, in the sky at that point is
Aries.
Aries. Due to axial precession, That's no longer the case. Back in ancient Greek times, yeah, it was Aries, but nowadays
Okay, so wait, let's define. So that's the wobble that you're talking about.
axial precession, that's the wobble.
So what's wobbling?
The Earth, the Earth does not spin like upright with respect to the sun. It's a little tilted.
It's a little bit of a tilt.
So it wobbles around like a top.
It's just funny that you would compare the Earth to a little toy. But yeah, I get it. Physics.
Yeah. And that wobbling causes the constellations to kind of move around.
It threw our dang zodiac off.
It threw the dang zodiac off. Aries is no longer on the spring equinox. Now it's Pisces.
I am starting to understand so much.
And due to this, Tammy's actually an Aquarius.
Yep, there it is. So I got the last question wrong.
Yeah.
And I didn't even guess right about my wrong sign. I can see it, I guess. But whatever.
There is an astrological system that tries to rectify this little issue
Oh.
called the sidereal zodiac as opposed to the traditional tropical zodiac.
Ah.
That said, the sidereal zodiac also isn't totally correct because your sign is supposed to be, directly opposite the sun in the sky.
Uh-huh.
And all the constellations are different sizes, which means evenly dividing them is not great. It's not too terribly accurate.
Right.
To
Do you
how
know
they
which
are in the
ones are
sky.
like big? Like I bet Taurus is like big and fat constellation.
Also, the biggest constellation on the zodiac, Ophiuchus, is completely...
We hate Ophiuchus. Nobody cares.
Yeah, whatever. The biggest constellation on the zodiac is Ophiuchus. It lies in between Scorpio and Sagittarius, and it is completely ignored because
astrologers don't like it.
Because having 12 of them, having an even number of signs is like important because number one, they're supposed to correspond to the months in the year, and number two, because there's an even number, they can say, oh, these two signs antagonize each other actually, and they can split them up all evenly.
Oh, well that's just a theory of why we would want a 13th sign, but it is something that I've never considered. Like, for example, two signs that don't get along are Pisces and Sagittarius.
Yeah, and then if you included Ophiuchus, then you'd have an uneven amount.
No, I'd be fine with including Ophiuchus, and we just say that nobody likes Ophiuchus.
No, you hate Ophiuchus because it's not an even number. You hate the number 13. You hate it, hate it, hate it.
That's not true. 13's just fine. Anyway.
All right. Cool.
Ophiuchus is the biggest. Okay, do you know the smallest? No.
Libra.
No. The scale.
Scorpio.
Scorpio?
Yeah.
Because it's a scorpion.
That's the thing. Libra and Scorpio used to be just one constellation. Libra used to be
just a scorpion on a scale.
The scorpion's claws. Because Libra is like sideways with respect to Scorpio. That's something the ancient Greeks did. Then it changed because they received the scales from Babylon. Anyway, so a theoretically perfectly accurate zodiac as of, right now and not in like 100 years, according to space.com, would be
space.com.
Capricorn from January 20th to February 16th. Aquarius from February 16th to March 11th. Pisces from March 11th to April 18th. Aries from April 18th to May 13th.
Suddenly all of my Aries friends are Pisces.
Taurus from May 13th to June 21st. Gemini from June 21st to July 20th. Cancer from July 20th to August 10th. Leo from August 10th to September 16th. Which is me, technically.
Which one?
Leo.
See, that doesn't fit you.
You're very close-minded. Anyway.
Close-minded? Yeah, right. Okay, go on.
Virgo from September 16th to October 30th. Libra from October 30th to November 23rd. Scorpio from November 23rd to November 29th. In the same month. 6 days. Ophiuchus, actually, no, Libra is shorter. Libra's 4 days. It's October 30th to November 23rd.
Wait, what?
No,
In the
I'm
new
stupid.
version, that Libra is only 4.
No, Scorpio's 6 days.
Oh,
Scorpio's 6 days. Libra's...
Scorpio's only 6 days long.
Yeah.
So technically, there would be very few Scorpios in this world.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Scorpio is one of those signs that people hate. Pisces and Scorpios get along.
Boy, I sure can't wait for your episode on the actual astrology so you
I
can
don't know
talk
that we'll
about
ever.
this.
I don't know. We'll see when we get into that.
Ophiuchus from November 29th to December 17th, and Sagittarius from December 17th to January 20th. Right, so that was a mouthful. And also all I got, so let's go back to the questions.
Okay.
What is the Zodiac?
It's the belt. It's a line. It's a belt that wraps around the sun.
Around
The constellations.
What? Huh?
Huh?
Well, yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Done
read
it
me the
right.
answer again.
A belt across the sky that the sun travels through.
Okay, yeah.
Where was the first list of zodiac constellations written down?
Babylon.
What constellation was the sun passing through when you, Tammy, were born on March 1st?
Ugh, Aquarius.
There you go. Now you're educated. You're very dejected. Oh, you were so attached to being two fish on a rope.
No, I'm still Pisces.
I'm still
So-
a Pisces.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this like turned my whole astrology thing upside down. The first time that I learned about Ophiuchus.
And now that you're actually an Aquarius.
No, I'm not. I'm just choosing to ignore that. There's some things that I don't wish to have in my reality in this space.com thing article that's not in. I choose to ignore it. So
Oof, if only I were born a millennium earlier, then I would actually be a Pisces. Oof, grr.
that's what I need. Yeah. All right, everybody. If you are a classroom teacher looking for classroom resources to help teach our podcast, you can check out teaching resources that we post on TPT. Check on our website, cozyrainbow.org. We got links to all that stuff and other fun things. If you want to message us, contact us, suggest an episode, you can email us at cozyrainbownv@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening.